Hi everyone, Andragon with you. So today I'd like to show you the fights with Lone Wolf, and as you see we managed to get second place on silver ranking. It's very close to the first, and I really wanted second, not to fight with the probably last place of gold. And as a result we managed to get a nice opponent at the fifth position, and you see that it's not the Raiders as I expected, but it's Lone Wolf. And this guild has its first week in gold, and you see that it can collect a nice amount of points. Maybe not as impressive as top 3 guilds there, but still they try hard. So let me talk about this guild, let me show you the fight, and you see the score. So actually we had a fight which really reminds a silver fight, and we often used our tactics. So that's what they have. Big Rob already was at Gold League, and actually I faced him at HT Titans before. So the problem is he has a 5-star water totem and almost 800k Titans. So that requires some special forces to get through. Then we have Ghost Rider. Also Ghost Rider is a member of Ex-Golden Guild, which was just looking for another strong guild, and he found Lone Wolf. So you see that he plays a nice undead team with huge fire titans. Shooter was just jumping from one guild to another for a long time, mainly at silver guilds, then he went to a golden guild, and here we go. Craig also is an ex-gold player who went to silver to Lone Wolf and is here now with a nice army. Next we have Paulus. Paulus, I remember him kind of long, so he played with Lone Wolf for a lot of time. We fought with him actively, and he plays a hybrid Yasmine team, I would say. Here we have Notorious R.O.B, that's another R.O.B. So actually, I understand the drive playing Arachne. Arachne, after rework, is a really nice character. If you buff her with magic attacks, then probably she can work. And you see that we have Celeste here for that. And obviously, Hellios also benefits and protects from Yasmine teams. Then we have nice Water Titans, also 5-star totem. I fight with him often. Then we have Ganesh. So Ganesh is an owner of a super Keira. I would say it's a Keira Yasmine blender team, and it's really effective. He has several other heroes to substitute in case he faces some specific types of opponent. Also, nice water team with Titans. Then we have Shan. I'll just show you the teams. So the teams for the players, you can probably see that most of the Lone Wolf members are already there for a long time, so we fought with them in the past. But they received many strong ex-gold players, and as a result we can't fight with them equally anymore. But anyway, I would like to highlight that actually they try hard at the dungeon, they collect a nice amount of income, and that's why now they have stronger titans than we do, which results into most hard battles against their titans. So okay, let me show you the fights, let me show you the situation. So that's the final score. All attackers are gone. You see that they made only 3 hard fights. The first one was against Highlander, our general. So Big Rob tried to remove him with Cornelius, and that didn't work this time. Second hard fight was against my own team, so Lars and Krista team with Isaac tried to remove me, and that did not work. And the third fight, let's check the log and check what happened there. So that's how we attacked. You see that we had some trouble. I asked my champions not to attack too fast because actually I needed some time to do my reality. And then I saw that Juan already attacked, but actually probably he was in hurry, so I can't blame him, and he attacked the right element. So yes, he has weaker totem, and here we have a really strong water team. Anyway, he gave me a chance to finish the part of the bridge without spending my main forces, and that's why I don't think that it was a really mistake or something like that. Then we have a glorious victory of Dirtyduzen over the Ghost Rider. You see that their totems are equal, and their power of Titans is in favor of Ghost Rider. But remember that when you play water versus fire, obviously the benefit team is water. But when we have fire in defense, then defenses work also. So that was not a super easy fight, but still, usually we play water versus fire if that is possible. Even if fire is stronger, you still can win sometimes because water deals a huge amount of extra damage to fire titans. Still, you see that that was a really close fight, and I really appreciate that Dirtyduzen did it and won me a score at bridge. Then was the probably main boss of the bridge, that's Big R.O.B. So Big R.O.B. did his best. I'll just show you his totem. So as I told you, 120 totem with 5 stars is kind of a problem, and a really strong titans. Obviously I needed someone to remove water, that's why I played Eden. I didn't want Araji to burn my weak Angus, that's why only Eden is played here, and Araji works only against Eden. But that needs some time to be done. So let me show you the fight again real quick. I tried to do some totem tricks, but then I told, okay, let me give just a fair fight and check what happens here. So nothing special, I just place auto and you see what happened. So my aim was to remove Nova or remove the tank, and I did neither, so Big R.O.B. just destroyed all my forces, and nobody died. But at second attempt, you see that Nova is at low health, so my main aim here was to remove his totem. The second thing I wanted to do is to remove the top damage dealer, that's Nova here. And probably I just wanted another fair fight. This time my team managed to go through his defenses. Araji is dead, but still his totem is much better than mine, that's why I am dead. Anyway, that was good enough so that we could finish the fight next. Then we have Highlander versus Ghost Rider. If you see a Corvus team with Isaac, that no guarantee that ODH works here, but the difference in power and a very strong Orion made exactly what I wanted, so Highlander managed to remove Ghost Rider here. Then we have Max versus R.O.B, our Kark team against hybrid team with Hellios. So probably when I see Hellios, obviously I send not Yasmine. I send Kark, I send Keira, I can send Undead teams, so Undead also are really nice against Hellios. But I prefer not to send Yasmine, not to risk. Here we have an example how a strong Kark can remove everything without serious trouble. Also, we have Dmitry versus Ponygirl. He was really worried about this fight. He told that this is a very strong opponent. And actually, my plan was really simple. So the opponent relies on Yasmine, and we have a nice Hellios here. So Hellios burns Yasmine, and then we just need to remove a super Orion. Only Martha can heal her, and she is not super powerful. You see it from her frame. Also, Maya may be a problem. So let's check this fight. He told that it was hard, so let's just enjoy this fight. And check what happened here. So it's a mage team, so I can't say that like a direct counter is played or something like that. You see that Yasmine is already dead and Hellios is still alive, even though Dimon does not play Esteros, unlike the opponent. He managed to remove Yasmine and save his Hellios. Then we have just removing everything, so we have Maya with no extra magic buffs, we have Orion with magic penetration but only single, so nobody was dead, everything was cleared. Then we have Dragon, so Dragon uses a nice undead team. Here we also had Yasmine, Jorgen, Hellios, so it's like a compilation of You Shall Not Pass plus Yasmine, something like that. So what to do with this? You just burn Yasmine with your healers, And enjoy Corvus destroying healers and other characters which are vulnerable. I'm not sure about Jorgen, but Keira uses her basic attacks most of the time. That's why she's not super afraid of Jorgen. And Esteros is countered by Morrigan, so you can't resurrect. And that's how we did it. Let me show you the Dragon versus Nike. It's almost 80,000 power difference. I think I should show that to you. So my plan was just very simple. We have Corvus plus healers against Yasmine, even if he loses his healers, we have still Corvus. And then Corvus's totem damages everything, which deals damage to multiple targets. Also, we have Keira, which destroys everything, and Andvari nicely protects from physical and pure damage. The second fight was against Notorious R.O.B at Barracks. Also, Dragon is a hero here, so you see we have healers, we have Celeste. These characters are vulnerable to Corvus, and also only weak Martha and some kind of Celeste tries to heal here. Also, if you face characters which use a lot of magic defense, yes, sorry for my road near home, sorry for that. And we have healers and Celeste with magic damage. Also, some from Arachne. That's why Isaac is a good choice here. So let me show you the fight, how it went, and what exactly happened at this particular fight. So first of all, I would like to concentrate on your attention on things that if you deal multiple little hits, then you are burnt with the totem. That's exactly what Healers faces here, so just we don't need to kill him because he can kill himself. After that we have Isaac to provide a strong silence ability, so that the opponent does not cast some crazy things. And also Celeste at Dark mode, when she activates her Dark Ground, she also gets burned by the totem seriously. As a result, she is forced to heal herself, and as a result you can remove other teammates. So you see that Corvus is still alive, his totem is already not here, but everything is dead, and he easily managed to remove R.O.B. Next, what I did is just finishing the R.O.B. with Vladimir. Vladimir came and finished the last Titans here, right? Then we have Max, who tried to fight with Karn at Barracks. The problem was that Karn had more power, also nice Orion. Also, he doesn't have something against Jorgen, so it was kind of a Jorgen versus Jorgen party. And actually, the problem with Karn probably was in difference of power, and that he played against all others. That was my order, I understand that. But what I needed to do is check this out. So he does not have serious healing. That's why if I deal some damage to this character, then another player can finish, right? So that's exactly what I wanted him to do. I didn't want Max just to be destroyed here. I wanted him to deal some damage. The opponent can hardly heal it with Oliver only as a healer. And the second attempt just smashes Karn. That was not super hard. Then we had Celine for big rob, so I asked her to destroy the last Titans. There was Hyperion, there was Myri, and the task was just to finish. After that, she also helped me to get Karn. So Karn was damaged, and that was kind of easy. Also, Alex versus Karn and versus Ponygirl is a typical Earth versus Earth fight, although the Karn had better totem and kind of better composition of his titans for the situation. Alex has stronger titans, and that works nicely for both parts. So you see that his totem is weaker. His composition at first part was weaker, at this part it's kind of equal, I would say. And we won both fights here. Celine finished Karn. Dirtyduzen went to Tom, so we had some trouble with Tom because I forced him to fight water versus water fight. He even placed the water plus Eden team, which I really appreciate. But still, when you face water versus water and Eden is here as well, then you have some problems because of extra defenses for the defender side. So I just wanted him to start and another character to finish. Same about Tator. So Tator versus Shooter was a right decision of element. It's Earth versus Water. I didn't assume that he can finish Shooter because Shooter has stronger titans, but theoretically that was possible because he had a better totem. So with Dirtyduzen I relied on his totem, and that kind of brought enough points. With Tator, you see that the difference in power was huge, that's why he had some trouble. Then I sent him to Spring of Elements, told just get some points and we'll finish after you. So same story, we have a stronger opponent. Also I managed to get nice amount of points with this move. And then we have Termit to finish Shooter after Tator. And also after that I managed to finish Shan as well. So next we have Pierre versus Paulus and versus Cayman. You see that Pierre's power is less, but he has a better totem and he has water versus fire. So that was not super hard. Same situation here. So better totem and good element at the fight. Next, Dmitry versus Ganesh. That's another interesting fight. I guess let me just show you the stats. So the idea was kind of same. So Hellios burns Yasmine. Then he needs to remove Keira with his own Yasmine. And from healing we have only Celeste here, so Celeste can't heal everything at once. That's why if he plays Galahad, then Celeste will have hard time healing everything. Also weak Sebastian here. So yes, I play weak Sebastian, that's okay. But anyway, sometimes it's a risk. And let me show you how he destroyed Ganesh with no serious trouble, I guess, because we have kind of a counter. Yes, so as I told you, Yasmine goes here and she dies almost instantly. The only problem is that we had healing into Yasmine, right? But what about Dmitry's Yasmine? Dmitry's Yasmine started Esteros. Meanwhile, we have Dark Ground and only two characters can fight now. So that will not take long with the heal block, with super damage, with poison. And you see that this fight was kind of fast. Next, I asked Vladimir to try Tom. Vladimir has slightly less power, but I really appreciate what he does. So he plays exactly my team. You see that I play same team usually if I don't play against healers, if I don't play against Undead. That's my main team. And this fight showed that it can work for Vladimir as well. So let me show you the fight, how it went. And just real quick, the thing which happened here. Okay, so Celeste was the first target to be removed. I believe that Vladimir played on auto because usually he uses his phone instead. So nothing special here, just removing everything with a nice team with armor penetration into Yasmine. I told you before that that works, and you see that that actually works. Next, I had Lord of Cats to finish Tom at Gates of Nature, and then I sent him to Spartacus. So at Spartacus, obviously that was a defeat, I knew that perfectly, but we had to start this location so that others could finish. So here you see that that was again the right element, so I played Earth versus Water, and that kind of worked, but Spartacus has better titans, and that's why Lord of Cats managed to deal damage, but did not finish the opponent. Still, the damage is kind of nice. If we compare these two players, you see that the difference in 2 stars, not just the power of titans. And then I just told, okay guys, we need to finish something. And War went to finish Shan, Termit went to finish Spartacus, and here we go. So my idea was to start and finish locations. The strategy you see here is a typical starter finisher strategy I use often. So we have a character who tries to deal some damage, for example as here Tator, and we have character who needs to finish. Usually that's less powerful character but with a good element, or just who fits the situation. Now let's talk about defenses. So at defenses you see that Shooter managed to remove me. I can say that it's still a nice situation for Shooter. I'm not sure how it happened, so let me show you. Probably, yes, he has Eden, which is very powerful. And also you see that my totem is much better than his. So kind of confused how he did it. The only problem of my team is I don't have any effective damage against water. So I assumed to fight against fire. That's why I did not add anything. Probably if I added Eden instead, I would fight versus Earth and would do nothing against Earth. So a logical decision was to play Araji here in defense. Obviously my opponent played Eden, which is effective here, and you see that Eden deals a huge amount of damage. Even though he lost his frontline tank, we still have some problems. Remember that the attacker also has the priority of activation, so you see that he activates by stopping time, so my team just does not do anything during this period, and that's the advantage which he used perfectly here. So looks like I'm just about to kill him, but instead you see that my activations were slowed down. My Nova did not stun the opponent for some reason because she was digged down by Eden. So I would say that of course it's luck, of course that's a lucky dig, etc. But still, shooter managed to kill me, and okay, let it be. Then we have Craig versus Dirtyduzen. Obviously that would happen to me instead because Craig has a nice totem and the right team. Also same with Highlander. So here we have a problem, Big R.O.B versus Highlander. Let me show you this particular fight. So theoretically, Cornelius, he has a really powerful Cornelius. You remember that I also played Cornelius in the past because I like this character. He deals huge defenses. But if activated in the wrong situation, you see that his hit was completely at by lifesteal. So he did some damage, but he didn't manage to do anything serious. And Orion just healed back. The second fail was later on, so basically most of their attacks were against weaker opponents, that's why I will not show them. The fight which happened here is Shooter versus me, so Shooter also prepared a nice hero composition, Keira, Lars, Hellios, so this is a magical combo which is effective. Also, he played Isaac because probably I have Celeste, and Celeste deals a lot of magic damage theoretically, but practically not enough to make Isaac work properly. And I also play Isaac. You see that I improved Isaac nicely during last time, and that worked perfectly for me here. So I'll just show you the fight, and you'll understand my idea here. So obviously you check the charge speed. So the opponent plays more mages than I. Obviously Celeste is a super mage, she deals a lot of magic damage, so enemy Isaac also is already almost charged. But the first activation would be mine, I think, if not this priority. Still we both are silenced. When we both are silenced, then just casual damage is dealt. And after Lars and Krista ultimated, my Isaac managed to activate second time. Remember that first two activations are just silence, but since this third activation, he starts to deal huge amount of damage. So you'll see that actually he's not afraid of Jorgen, because he collects charge, not energy, and he really likes smashing mages. Also remember that we have double armor penetration at this situation, so one from Qing, second from Isaac usually. As a result, they help each other to remove the opponent team if they have armor. That's exactly how it went. Next we have some other fights, which are just stronger versus weaker. The next fight I would like to show you, which was kind of challenging. What's challenging here? Ganesh versus Vladimir, maybe. Okay, let's check this out. So what's the problem here? I already told you that Ganesh is a smart character who can swap characters according to the game situation. At this particular situation, he plays Hellios versus Yasmine. Moreover, we have Dorian here to boost Hellios, to boost Keira, and that's exactly what he planned to do. So even with strong Yasmine, we may have problems with Hellios. And as soon as Hellios is being resurrected, the Yasmine jumps into another target which can activate her burning and which can lead to her final. as at this particular fight, you see that Vladimir's Yasmine managed to remove a lot of characters, and I would say that she did a great job because we still have killers here, and the opponent's team is almost dead. So Vladimir's Yasmine made a miracle, but we have Super Keira, and can Yasmine remove the Super Keira? No, because Yasmine works on Asteros, and Asteros is nicely defended. So that's the reason why Keira managed to remove Yasmine, I guess. Okay, so some luck and Ganesh managed to remove Vladimir. Still, I'm impressed with the amount of time which Yasmine was alive for Vladimir. Then we have some more fights. What should I show you? So Shan versus me, that was just finishing, so nothing special. Still, let's check what happened here, because Shan played a kind of weak team, but I guess that was a special team. Yes, that's a crazy Dante team, as I told this. So the idea is kind of simple. You use Dante, you use buffs and lifesteal. You see that Dorian is here again, so I can't kill Dante really fast because we have Dorian. And Dante deals a huge amount of damage to my entire team. That's exactly the same crazy Dante you've seen before. This time he is buffed with Dorian, and the problem is my team can't kill him fast enough. So Dante can be killed with Celeste, but Celeste is heavily damaged from the previous fight, and at this fight she could not resurrect completely. That's why with Phobos, who blocks my top character, so Phobos is weak, but he blocks a damage dealer, what's important. And that's it. And another loss was to Alex, so Ponygirl just needed to deal some damage. You see that she dealt some damage, and then the opponent finished. So that's how the war came. You see that nothing super serious happened here. Okay, let's also check the Cayman versus Dmitry, how it went, why he won. Lars, Krista, Hellios versus Yasmine. I guess I don't need to explain how it went, so just Yasmine gets dead really fast this time, because Hellios is stronger than at Vladimir's case, and then we have nothing to counter mages. That's it. Okay, so I think that Lone Wolf can survive at gold. They collected enough ex-gold champions, but still, if you compare them with HT Titans, you see that the difference in power is really impressive. Still, I am happy to see that they managed to survive and they go on exploring dungeon, improving together, and being a nice team. So that's all what I wanted to show you. If you like this video, you may press like, just, and if you have some questions, please let me know. So the aim of this video was to show you some matchups, how to counter heroes, how to play when your opponent plays stronger titans, and obviously let's check what will be next. So thanks for watching, see you in the next videos, good luck to you.